Thank you. At this time, I'd like to invite Tatum Bowler, NJHS President, to the stand.
Promotion day, to me, means finishing one chapter and getting ready for the next, but also it's proof on how much we've grown as individuals and as a group. I still remember my first day of middle school. I was nervous, unsure, and trying to figure out where exactly I fit. Now, as I'm standing here, I feel confident, prepared, and proud of the person I've become, and I hope a lot of us can say the same too. First off, I would like to thank our teachers. They believed in us when we didn't believe in ourselves. They stuck with us and pushed us to do our best. I would describe our class as strong, supportive, and pretty unpredictable, but in the best ways. As a class, we faced many obstacles, whether it was working through tough challenges or pushing through those hard times, but we never gave up. Personally, I've learned to step out of my comfort zone, mainly because of NJHS, where leadership, service, and character all played roles into the person I've become. I also learned that not everything comes from a lesson or a lecture in class. It's about learning how to stay motivated and how to keep pushing when things get hard. What makes our class special is how dedicated we are. And I think we can all agree that one of our biggest accomplishments was learning how to look busy when a teacher walked by, even if we had no idea what was going on. Somehow, most of us became experts at that. Looking ahead to high school, I'm excited, but I also know it's a little scary. There's a lot of things we don't know yet, and that's okay. My goal is to keep improving and trying my best. It's important not to give up because that's how we're able to grow. Even the small things, like helping someone out after failing, can matter most to others than we think. Growing up doesn't mean having every single thing figured out. It just means learning as you go on the way. As we move on, I want everyone to remember that you're more capable than you may think. In high school, there will be moments where things will feel overwhelming, when you will doubt yourself, or when you feel like just starting over. When that happens, think back to who you were in 6th grade and how far you've come since that time. You've already proven you can grow and succeed. This moment is a perfect example of that. Stay true to who you are and don't be afraid to take chances, even if you don't know what the outcome will be. The future isn't something to be afraid of, it's something to shape. So go into it with pure confidence, commitment, and believe that you're more capable than you realize. Thank you and congratulations. At this time, we'd like to recognize all of our 8th grade NJHS student leaders. Please stand at your seat to be recognized. Vice President is Sophie Lynn. Historian is Amira Newman. Our secretary is Alicia Robinson. And other members are Brandon Page and Mohammed Al-Najjar. Thank you. You may be seated. I'd like to welcome Mariah Hanson, Student Council President, to address the audience.
Middle school, said by many, contains some of the most grueling years in people's educational career. Letters and numbers of all shapes and sizes exist in math now, and people now dislike you if your eyebrows furrow to the slightest millimeter whilst you glance their way. But personally, the experience is worth it, because here we are, our last day in middle school. I myself have had many good and not so good times throughout 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Moving schools, making new friends, losing friends, nights piled on nights of worrying mindlessly. But something I've learned from all this turmoil is that this is life, changes. Every single 8th grader stepping onto this stage has changed, for better or for worse. And not only have I, but everyone, hopefully, has matured and made friends that will travel through the next 4 years with us. We're getting older. We need to cherish those close to us, whether it's friends, family, or people we've met along the way. You never know who you'll end up with for the rest of your life, or maybe even just a day. It's a gamble, but all of us, now moving up to high school, will have to learn that this is how school is going to be up until graduation, meeting new people and learning new things. We have to trust the process life has set on us. As my ELA teacher, Mrs. Mazza, once said on a Wednesday afternoon at 10:20 in the morning, sorry, I messed that up, we're going to have beef, and if you're vegetarian, we'll have sweet potatoes. I know it seems like a random quote, but to me it meant that if we have drama, we need to find a way to resolve it rather than having said drama. So I think what all of us need to learn is to have sweet potatoes instead of beef, especially middle schoolers. It gets pretty bad. Even when their kids are sometimes moody and or disrespectful, some parents would do anything for their kids. Some parents look at their kids and see themselves, like a mirror into the past that leaves them in awe. Them being here to witness this honorable moment has to mean something, no? We're growing up, faster than you think, maybe hope. But all we can do is believe in ourselves and do great things for ourselves and the people around us. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. Through good and bad times, we hold our heads up high. At this time, we'd like to recognize all of our 8th grade student council student leaders. Please stand at your seat to be recognized. Tatum Ballard and Alicia Robinson.
Tatum Ayana Bowler. Bo Brent Beckham.